This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Welcome to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Here's your host, Marcus.
Welcome to another episode of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, the #1 sugar dating podcast in the world, where we pull back the curtains on the good and the bad and the shocking stories of sugar dating. Hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode. Nikki and I are finally back together. How are you?
Yes. Good.
Yeah, I've been traveling and we've kind of missed each other, but we're finally back in the studio together. We got a lot of good things to get to. I've got some really funny stories. Been out of country, and we're going to address quite a few things. But we really love for you to join our family at Patreon. It's patreon.com/Secrets of a Sugar Daddy podcast. We have all kinds of stuff going there and lots of perks for the members. We do throw a lot of free things to our free members. So if you can't afford the little $15 a month, that's fine. At least join as a free member, and that way you can kind of keep track of things that are going on. Like, we are about to announce Sugarpalooza 8. I was talking to Lily last night, and we have kind of come up with some ideas and some time ranges. I don't have anything nailed down yet specific, but just rest assured, we are working on it. It's probably going to be in the June, July 2026 time frame, somewhere around there. So we will let you know further details, but Sugarpalooza 8 will happen. Trust me, we want to see all of our friends and fans that have attended before and that want to attend the first time. It'll be a lot of fun. So look for those updates on patreon.com, along with the episodes, behind-the-scenes photos, videos, and all that good stuff. All right? And then we have some coaching and profile reviews available, and you can sign up for that. We have a calendar system there where you can schedule it. Matter of fact, Lily just sent me an email today confirming a coaching call with one of our guests that actually came to our last party, and he is on the coaching program. And so pretty religiously every month we talk to him, coach him through his sugar dating issues and questions, and hopefully we've helped a lot. I think we have helped a lot, and he's pretty happy with the progress so far. So we'd love to have you as a part of our family there. All right, Nikki, what is going on with you? Well, it's a beautiful day.
I was just going to say that. Yes.
Oh my God.
Beautiful day here in Scottsdale. Lots of people
I'll tell you
out.
what, March in Scottsdale, Arizona, or the springtime, is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, this is why we live here.
So energetic. All the people milling around, the beautiful sunshine. We got spring training baseball, festivals going on, home shows, art festivals, things, all kinds of things.
And now a possible Sugarpalooza 8 coming up.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, pretty exciting stuff. So I have to tell you a story. We got a lot to talk about, so I want to make sure we get this in. This happened a few weeks ago, but I haven't had a chance to really talk about it. But I was on Seeking, and this girl, she was only, I think she was 21, just turned 21. I'm not out there searching for a 21-year-old, but if one messages me, I'll look at their profile and their photos and their message, and sometimes I respond. So she said, "Hey, me and my girlfriends are coming in from Chicago. You want to show us around town?" And this was for the Super Bowl weekend and Phoenix Open weekend.
Okay.
All right.
So that was back in
So just a few weeks ago in February, right? So I'm like, you know what? That would make for a great story on the podcast. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Let me show you 3 girls around town. So we communicated a little bit. We never talked on the phone. And then she's like, hey, we're coming in. Our flight's landing here. Do you want to take us out tonight? And, I cleared it with Alejandra and it was fine. I think Alejandra actually had a date that night.
Oh, she did?
Yes. And it was from a gentleman that attended one of our Sugar Palooza. He was in from Wisconsin, from up north. He wanted to see her. So she told me and I was like, yeah, that's fine. And they had planned a date at the Shiv Supper Club. And she said, wouldn't it be funny if you brought those girls to Shiv Supper Club?
No.
I said, yeah, it would be funny. Let's do it. So I made reservations for 4 of us at Shiv Supper Club. And she's like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about seeing you with 3 girls. I'm like, trust me, this is pretty damn innocent. I'm not doing anything. I'm just treating 3 girls to dinner. So anyway, they get in about 6:00 and they check into their hotel in Tempe. They message me. I'm like, yeah, our reservations are at 7:45. I think it was around 7:45 or 8. So I picked them up and I had no idea what I was expecting. Well, I knew what one girl looked like. And then she had sent me just one headshot of the other 2 girls. And it could have been anything. So I drive up and to this hotel, and sure enough, all 3 of them come walking out. They're dressed, for the night in Scottsdale. Wow. And they jump in my Hummer. And it was great. Like, it was just this really comfortable feeling of, hey, how are you girls? And they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. This is going to be a fun night. And we just all had like this really good vibe from the very beginning. So, I had one of them I was able to do a little research on because one of the photos that she sent me actually was from Instagram and it had her Instagram username attached to it.
Oh, okay.
So I did a little research on that one and I had said something to her and about something that was on her Instagram, and she's like, how did you know that? I go, well, your name was attached, so I just looked at your Instagram real quick. She's like, oh, okay, makes sense. Didn't find it creepy or anything. She was like, oh my God, how's he know, right? So we go to this restaurant. We go to Shiv Supper Club. It is packed. Now, unfortunately, I love Shiv Supper Club. Unfortunately, it hasn't been real busy, which is kind of nice because it's always easy to get reservations in there, and it's just the money they spend on the decor and the atmosphere is enormous, and the food's great. So it's very affordable. It's in a great location, but it's just, and I'm worried that it hasn't been busy, and I'm just worried that they're not going to make it because volume is key in restaurant business.
Yep.
Not this day. I mean, absolutely packed, standing room only in the lobby.
Wow.
People were, they were waiting to get sat down. So one of the girls, really pretty blonde, walks up to where the hostess are, and the manager was there, and he's a pretty good looking guy. And she's up there and she's like, hi. And he looks at her and he goes, hey, how are you? And I'm like, wow, this girl's forward, hitting on this guy. Anyway, come to find out, they dated in Chicago.
Oh, they did in Chicago?
Yeah. And he had got transferred with this restaurant group to Florida, and then they transferred him here, and Shiv Supper Club is part of the restaurant group.
Oh, my gosh.
So she knew the manager.
Wow.
I could
often
tell.
Does that happen?
I was like, I could tell there was something going on because she just kept eyeballing him, and I'm like, boy, she's really into this guy. Anyway, come to find out they had dated previously.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So he's like, what time so he asked us, what time's your reservation? We said 7:45. He goes, here, I'll get you a table. So we got special treatment. So we go over, get the table pretty quick, and it was really busy. But anyway, the server came over, got our drinks, and got everything going. And then all of a sudden, I feel these people walk up behind me and go, oh my God, Marcus, I thought that was you. It was Buzz and Carrie from Chicago. They were in town. They were sitting right behind us. And they've both been to Sugar Paloozas. And so we was like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. We're talking. And then Alejandra and her date comes waltzing in.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, it was such a funny thing. So, but they couldn't get sat for a while. So Buzz and Carrie were almost done with their dinner. And when they left, and this is a big place, and when they left, the hostess put Alejandra and her date on the same table.
You're kidding.
Right behind us.
Were you uncomfortable with
No,
that?
I wasn't uncomfortable.
Okay.
I thought it was funny. I was having a great time. So anyway, that happened. It was pretty innocent. The girls end up, one of them had a sister in town who I think was married, and they were at a different restaurant up the street. I think it was Sumamaya. And so they ended up after the restaurant meeting them, and then they said we would hook up later. But you know what? It got late, and I actually went home and went to bed. I was tired. I had to get up early the next morning. So anyway, that was a pretty funny night. Made some new friends. It cost me a little bit of money. I didn't give any of them a PPM, but of course I paid for the dinner.
Yeah. Yep. How did Alejandra feel with you being there?
Yeah, she wasn't as comfortable with it. But anyway, I got up, went and talked to Alejandra and her date.
Oh, you
Of course,
did?
I knew
Okay.
him, and
Yeah.
that was a little weird. That I was. It was weird to them that I was that comfortable.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So.
What a night.
Yeah. So that was a fun little night. Made for. For an interesting Friday night. I'm still on 75 hard. I'm in day 45.
You are. Hence the large
Yeah, I've got my big
here.
water here. We've been working out twice a day. No alcohol. That's been tough.
I was wondering because you were in Mexico, so no alcohol in Mexico?
So we went, I talked about this last time. We went to Dr. Charles' wedding.
Yep.
And our resort was all inclusive. All you could drink, all you could eat. And of course, we couldn't really do either because of the 75 hard program, but that's fine. And then I just went on I just went to Cabo for a boys' golf trip. There was 8 of us, and I'm telling you, we had the place stocked with alcohol. And we go to dinner, and we're all got our alcohol toasting to the birthday boy who took us down there. And they're like, "Here, pour him a drink." And I'm like, "I can't." And anyway, I'm holding strong.
Yeah, good for you.
I'm down.
That's hard.
From 189 down to 177. So I'm down 12 pounds.
And that's just been in a month?
45 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. So I'm kind of got a goal of 20 pounds.
Okay.
And so we're headed that way. It's funny, the girl at my gym is on 75 hard right now. I don't think she's going to make it though. The way she's talking, because they've got a bar crawl. They're doing a bar crawl, some of the gym members in a week. And she was like, "You should come to the bar crawl. I can't drink." She goes, "Yeah, I know. I think I'm going to blow my 75 hard next weekend." I'm like, "You don't have to. You can still go." Mm-hmm. I did have in Mexico, I did have a 0 proof espresso martini.
Oh.
Yeah. They
What's
had
in
one on the
that?
menu.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can still act like you're drinking.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, that's going really well. If you guys have never done that program, it's a little daunting in the first 3 or 4 weeks, but then after that, it's just an everyday thing. And it's a very simple thing. Just go out, look it up. There's an app. It's really fun. I enjoy checking off the tasks of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the morning, you got to take a photo of yourself.
Okay.
Easy,
Every
bam.
morning.
Yeah. That's easy. Anybody can do that. No alcohol for a day. Anybody can do that. You don't have to have alcohol that day.
Yeah.
Follow a diet of some kind. Just do it,
Yeah.
right? It's not an option. Eating sweets is not an option. Okay, so last night we went out with Lily and Trucker. It's their 3-year anniversary.
Really?
Yes.
3 years ago they met.
They met,
Wow.
and Alejandra and I were on their first date.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. And of course, Trucker picked up the bill, and I'm like feeling bad because I'm like, "Look, dude, I'm not here to sponge off you. You don't have to pick it." He goes, "No, don't worry about it." Well, he's picked up every bill for the last 3 years. He just will not let you pay for dinner. I feel bad. So we got him a nice little gift certificate to Steak 44, one of their favorite steak restaurants near their house. So I was like, well, I'm paying for dinner somehow, some way. But anyway, we went to Maple and Ash last night. It was a really nice celebration of 3 years. They met through sugar dating.
That is a great story.
And I'm telling you, she looked at him. This is almost tear worthy. She looked at him and she said, I don't know, she said, Trucker, you have made me so happy. I can't even imagine where you were all my life. But then we kind of commented, you know what? After 3 failed marriages for Lily and after a couple failed marriages for Trucker, maybe this was just the time for them to be together, because they know now how to appreciate each other and they know the expectations of a relationship and of a marriage, and they're getting married next year. They're having a destination wedding. It's going to be fantastic. They're getting married out of the country. So sorry if the fans and friends of Lily and Trucker, if you don't get to attend, don't be offended. They're doing a very small destination wedding, and it's just become a beautiful thing how this relationship has grown through just a simple date from a sugar dating site.
That is a great story.
And they really, really did let it happen naturally and organically. They just let the relationship grow. It wasn't forced.
Yeah, because didn't they date for a while and they still dated other people?
Yeah.
And then eventually they got exclusive and then they moved in together, right? And then he proposed. It sort of was a journey like that, right?
Yeah. It just took a nice, slow, easy pace, just like it should. A lot of times relationships and dating starts feeling forced or rushed or panicked that things aren't going well, or, you know, I loved your episode last week, but then there's some parts I'm going, Nikki, so they didn't call you back in 2 days or message you back 2 days. Just let it be. Just don't fret about it. Don't block them. You know, because before the show I was telling you, I just got back from Mexico. I was there for almost a week. I had other obligations. I was in Mexico for a week before that.
Yeah.
I'm just now going through my messages and getting back to some people, and I'm glad they haven't blocked me. Right? And I guarantee you, if we end up going out and doing something, we'll have a great time.
Yeah.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy.
If you're an experienced pet owner, you already know that having a pet is 25% belly rubs, 25% yelling, drop it, and 50% groaning at the bill from every pet visit. Which is why Lemonade Pet Insurance is tailor-made for your pet and can save you up to 90% on vet bills. It can help cover checkups, emergencies, diagnostics, basically all the stuff that makes your bank account get nervous. Claims are filed super easily through the Lemonade app, and half get settled instantly. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet, and they'll help cover the vet bill for whatever your pet swallowed after you yelled, drop it.
Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because on Seeking many, many months ago, there was this really good looking guy that I reached out and messaged him, and he never messaged back. I never blocked him. And then, you know how sometimes Facebook shows you their picture even though you're not connected to them? I don't know how that happens, but his photo came up as someone I would want to know or something. It was
gosh.
It was his photo, and I clicked into his profile. He had written an entire monologue about how he's been really sick, for months, and had surgery, back surgery, a second back surgery. He was seeing multiple doctors, and I started thinking, well, no wonder he didn't message me back. He has been down and out for 6 months. So to your point, yes, some people have other things happening in their life.
Well, the same thing happened. I opened up my Facebook, and the girl from Chicago popped up as
How
a
does that
suggested
happen?
friend. I'm telling you, I don't know.
It's almost scary,
Yeah.
because if you're trying to stay anonymous and there they are, that is kind of creepy. So
yeah, somebody told me, I was asking somebody, I was like, if I find somebody because they gave me their real number and I found their name and I look them up in Facebook, when I click on their profile, now does my profile show up on as a suggested friend to them? And somebody's like, yeah, I think it does. I'm like, block. This one person, because I didn't want to go out with them again after I met them. So I end up blocking them on Facebook so I wouldn't show up as a suggested friend, because I never even gave them my real name.
Oh,
I gave him just Marcus, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it'll come up as a suggested friend and my real name. And I do have a few public posts on my Facebook. Most of it's private, but I'm like, I don't need that.
Right. If you're trying to keep kind of a low profile.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, at times I've been rethinking the whole blocking thing. It has been a habit for a really long time. And I think I formed
just like to have a clean phone, and you just got to get over that part.
I know. I do. I don't even keep text messages. I clean everything out.
Alejandra's a lot like that too.
Yeah.
She likes to clean it up. I got text messages that go back to 2001, probably.
Well, I think when I was dating in the vanilla world, I was burned so bad by guys that would just try to play games. So when I knew it wasn't going to work between us, I just didn't want to hear from them, or they would continue to try to reach out even when I told them not to. So it became a habit that has carried over to even sugar dating. Lots to learn.
Yeah. And then also, we talked about this too, about last week's episode, and thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, and I let you be a little bit more prepared for this one than the first. I apologize again for that. I threw you into the fire. You took it like a champ.
It was fun, actually.
But the last one you got a little bit more time to prepare for. And we were talking about cops and dating cops and what they would think of sugar dating. Sugar dating is not illegal. Supporting your woman is not illegal. Now, what is illegal is if I solicit you and say, hey, can you give me a BJ for $150? Mm-hmm. That's considered prostitution, solicitation of sex.
Yeah.
I have given plenty of women that I've gone out with rent money or food money or whatever we want to call it, shopping funds, with no talk of any expectations, no demands of any kind of service. And that's the difference. I know it can get gray, though.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, there's just not cops out there looking to bust you. Has it happened? Yeah. Yeah, I've heard stories that's happened, but it's not happening on a daily, monthly, or even a yearly basis. What happens is sometimes they'll get a captain or orders from a superior and say, hey, let's cut down on this. If they find that it's running too rampant.
Yeah.
I don't see it running too rampant. But I've always said on Seeking or any sugar dating site, there's this wide range of what is on there and what's available. You got to figure out what you don't want and what you do want.
Right.
And at the left end, or, I call it the left end, is just straight up prostitution.
Yeah.
And I get hit up.
Yeah.
Occasionally. And that's not what I'm looking for. And then on the far end or on the right side, I call it the more conservative. I don't want anything except a husband. I'm looking for somebody to marry and somebody to give me kids and support me. I don't care about the financial. And I've met people on both ends and everywhere in between. But there's nothing illegal about supporting your woman. I supported my wife. Did I ask her for a BJ sometimes? Yeah, I did. Is that solicitation? Well, if we didn't have that piece of paper, it sure damn would be, right? But, I've supported girlfriends. I've supported all kinds of people.
Yeah. And the girlfriend I have who has started to be on Seeking was very worried about being on Seeking and being afraid that cops would approach her pretending to be just a guy wanting to date her, and that she would get, quote, busted for talking about PPMs or anything like that. She didn't know how to handle it. I've never had that experience.
There's so much more out there for them to be concerned about.
Yeah.
And they really don't have time. It's just if sometimes there's a task force that will focus in on prostitution, but then they're so short-staffed. Sometimes they have a task force that focuses in on DUIs. And they'll get a whole bunch of authority, of law enforcement, and they'll shut a road down and start checking for DUIs.
Yeah.
But it's not an everyday thing. It's a very rare thing, actually.
Yeah, that would be so time consuming.
Expensive and time consuming, and really, what are you doing for society?
Right.
Nothing on this end.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about it. Are you 100% sure that it won't happen? No, I could never say that. But you're not doing anything illegal. Golfer girl, when I met her, she was very nervous about meeting. And I asked why, and she goes, I just don't want to get busted. Well, what do you think we're doing here?
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. I told her, I said, look, I'm going to give you the agreed upon PPM whether anything happens or not.
Right.
Now, other guys may have a different attitude towards that. So, I don't know. I guess it's just all in the way you phrase it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's why it's important to not talk about it on the site like that.
Yeah, they won't let you talk about it on the site.
Yep.
They used to.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, because it was seeking arrangements.
Oh, that's right.
And they would put your PPM ranges, your allowance
my
ranges,
gosh.
they'd have ranges of what you made per year. Man, the women got upset when they took that off. Lots of old timers are very upset about that. And I heard you talking about these dating sites that leave a lot to be desired, and they're not as reliable as you'd like them to be. But I know that seeking arrangements had to change some things, and I think it was probably pressure from the authorities or pressure from getting, they don't want to get sued for harboring sexual solicitation. Seeking was started with all good intentions for exactly what it was, but people are going to misuse it.
Yeah.
Craigslist was certainly not started
Oh, that's another one.
to harbor
Yep.
prostitution and solicitation of sex, but did it start going rampant on there? Absolutely. So they had to take away categories, and I don't even know who uses Craigslist anymore. It's kind of gone by the wayside, but it was certainly started just as a marketplace that had different categories, and anytime you have a marketplace, you're going to see all ranges.
Yep.
And everything. It's funny too. I was talking to somebody. We're talking about AI and the unbelievable things now that it's done for the internet, for development. I took a class in my MBA program back in between 2001 and 2003. And basically it was on how porn was the driving factor of the development of internet. All new technology and features were being driven by porn on how to get it to you better, faster, more realistic,
Interesting.
etc. Now, I don't think that's the biggest driving factor now, but it's certainly still one of them. It'll never go away.
Yeah.
But they were always the innovative part of trying to get it to you so they could make money and be more realistic and all this stuff. With AI now, it's just unbelievable what you can do with the internet. And if you guys want some side hustles out there, I know I talked about side hustles one episode, or actually a few episodes, and I get a lot of comments and people really appreciate that. But side hustle now is developing websites for people using AI. Anybody can do this. A third grader can do this. Now, why people won't do it for themselves is because they don't have time and they don't want to learn. But I'm telling you what, I need to put a link to it, but this Base 44 app that I use, or there's a bunch of coding apps. There's Lovable, there's different ones. You literally tell them what you want the website to be about, and they will develop a framework that's ready to go out of the box.
Oh my gosh.
Just by telling them, I want a sugar dating site that is featured in bold colors that allows women and men to post profiles, videos, and biographies. And I wanted to have a messaging system where they can talk with each other. And then I want the payment option for men to be blah, blah, blah. Wow. And then the payment option for women to be either free or they can upgrade to have these features. And literally you can just spell it out just like that or type it in the box. They have a voice, so you can actually just talk, hit enter, and it will develop the whole site for you.
Oh my gosh. And you know how expensive that is to have an actual web developer develop?
Now, I have a website called bidonwork.com. I have been developing this thing since 2013. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Get ready for these numbers. And this almost makes me sick to my stomach, but this is what I've been waiting for all my life, is this AI. Because I have a good eye for design, and I have a great ideas of what I want. I don't know coding.
Yeah.
I don't know how to code it. I don't know how to develop it. I don't know how to put it on the internet. I don't know that protocol. I don't know any of that. I don't have time to learn it. I don't have to now.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
So in 2013, I came up with this idea, and I developed this website, and I paid my programmers $200,000 to develop this website. It was very involved, very expensive. We did all these charts and flows and diagrams. We put them on a wall. We changed them around. We sent all this information to the programmers. They went in, coded the whole thing, came back. We made changes back and forth, because they're in Armenia, right? Mm-hmm. And they could be in Philippines. They could be anywhere. But we went through this whole thing. I did some advertising, got it going. Then, unfortunately, I went through a divorce, and she was fighting me for control of the site because she knew it was going to be could be potentially something big. So I ended up having to shut it down for a while. And then life happened. The divorce took a long time, and then life happened. We went through some real estate recessions, and we went through other things, and I just got busy. And then by the time I finally got back on developing the site, 10 years later, all the coding had changed. Oh. All the coding we did 10 years earlier wasn't even valid anymore, and the site wasn't working very well. And the programmers go, look, I hate to tell you this, but we need to scrap that website and start all over, because we could keep fixing it and keep updating the code, but that code now has gone out, and the new code now for all the new internet stuff. And I'm talking in basic terms because I don't get it all, and that's why I never was a behind the scenes programmer, is because I don't have time for that. They explained it, and they're like, we need to develop a new website with the new updated coding that's going to be easier to manage. I'm like, great. How much is that? Well, it's going to be $10,000 a month for 12 months. Well, they got it done in about 10 months. So I paid another $100,000. They produced the app. It looked pretty good. I wasn't 100% happy with it. I needed to make some changes. We're going back and forth. All of a sudden, in the last few months, this AI coding, they call it vibe coding, has come out. And now these vibe coding apps are exploding. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to give this a try. Because I have an idea in my head exactly what I want. And for me to go back and forth these programmers is exhausting, time consuming, and I'm still not getting exactly what I want. And then this is going to be a forever ongoing thing. And I'm paying them $2,500 a month maintenance on this thing. And then we've kind of got this package, right, where I can just... So I went into base 44. I typed in exactly what I wanted. 5 minutes later, they built my app from scratch.
In 5 minutes?
I added a few features, went in and tested it, added a few more features. Within 2 days, I had rebuilt my entire website.
That is crazy.
And you know what it cost me?
How much?
$100.
That was it?
And it could have cost, actually, it could have cost me $50 because I signed up for the $100 program. I haven't even used half of what it offers. Cost me $50.
So are you paying for the app or you're paying for like the site, the hosting?
Everything.
Oh, everything.
Everything.
Wow.
Now I've rebuilt my website 3 times, and I just fired my programmers. I sent them a email, and they were very nice about it. I say, after 12 plus years, we're going to bring this in-house, and I'm not going to need you guys anymore. They go, hey, no problem. You know, whatever you need from us, it's fine. We can transition everything over. And I'm like, I just did their job in 2 days. What they took 10 months to do. It's going to put a lot of programmers out of business because all you do is talk into AI now, and it knows all the code and all the world and all the programs, and it writes the code for you. And then you can change color schemes, you can change fonts, you can change where everything is, you can move things around, you can add features like, hey, I want this to now accept payments. Okay, we're going to connect you with Stripe, and here's the information you need. And then here you can test it out. When you're ready to make it go live, just say, hey, I want it to go live. And then they reprogram it to go live. It's unfucking believable.
Wow.
So if you have any kind of ability to see a website and go, you know what, it would be really cool if it had this feature, and this feature. All you have to do is talk those exact words into a box, and it will code the whole thing for you.
So any updates, maintenance, now you can do all that on your own?
I can do all on my own.
Wow.
Like, so we went down to Cabo, and we had 8 of us, and we had a golf game, and we had 2 groups of 4, and we wanted to play these certain games. I said, hey, I went into my coding, and I said, hey, build me a golf app that keeps track of our scores, and then on the side, we want to divide it into Team A and Team B, and then we want Team A to compete against Team B, but this is the way we're going to do it. Everybody has handicaps, and I want to take the 2 lowest handicaps on the first 9 of that team versus the 2 lowest handicaps per hole of the Team B, and then put it as a score, and then on the back 9, then we were going to take 3 of the lowest handicap scores per hole versus the Team B's 3 lowest handicaps per score per hole, and then at the end we want to see who has the lowest score and who the winner is, because we actually have that game, right? And we always keep track of it by hand. Okay, and it developed the whole thing in like 10 minutes.
That's
developed the whole thing.
insane.
I tested it out. There was a few bugs. I worked it perfectly, and then I go, okay, we need to now put in the rating and the slope of the course that we're playing. So it built me a field there, and then I'm like, you know what? Some of the guys want to do individual games against each other. Let's develop a tab where they can take the scores that we've entered and do heads up. And then so we did that, and it said, okay, which golfer would you like to choose? And it chose whoever's playing that day. You choose that one versus that one. Okay, heads up, this is who won the match. And then it's like, then some of the guys go, well, I like to play a Nassau 2-down autos. And I'm like, okay, hey, program, develop me a game that's a Nassau with a 2-down auto press. Boop, 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 boop. It programmed it. So now when you select a player versus player, it has like 3 different games that you can play. You can either play heads up, you can play a 2-down Nassau, or you can play a regular Nassau. And so it pleased everybody in our group who had like these different styles of games that they wanted to play against each other. And then we had these groups. All this I was able to develop while I was in Mexico on my phone, like literally on my phone. I'm just told the program what I wanted to do. The reason I've gone into that so deeply is I know a lot of you out there struggle for ideas on how to make money from home. This is a way you can make money from home. You can, anything you can think of. If your friend goes, man, I wish there was a way a better way that I could find a dog sitter in my neighborhood. You know what? Let me just develop a little app and I can develop it and then send it out. I have trailers that I rent out, dump trailers for my business because I do remodeling. I have 4 trailers. I advertise on Facebook Marketplace. I advertise on Craigslist. I'm posting ads all the time. So now what I decided to do is and then they message me. I schedule a trailer. Then when they show up, I get their deposit. Sometimes I'm not there, but anyway, they got to Venmo me or PayPal me or sell me or whatever, right? I was like, you know what? This needs to be more coordinated. So I went in there. I was like, develop me a trailer rental app where people can see a picture of the trailer, information about the trailer, and they can reserve which trailer they want for what day, and they can pay their deposit online. Bam.
It did
it? It developed it. Now I have that.
That is
just
insane.
That quick.
Yep.
So you can actually start a business building websites and apps for people with no knowledge of coding whatsoever at all.
There's a lot of controversy.
You can do this from home.
A lot of controversy over AI, but there's a lot of benefits.
I'm telling you, it's what I've been waiting for all my life. It's an absolutely beautiful thing. So if you need a side hustle, I would suggest take a look at it. Go to YouTube, type in how to program, how to develop sites using AI or vibe coding. And there's plenty of instructional videos that'll show you how to do this. You can be handicapped. You can be in a wheelchair. You could have mental problems. You can still work.
Yeah.
This allows you to make money. There's plenty of people that you know what? I don't have time to do that. I don't want to do that. If you'll do it for me, I'll pay you this much.
Right.
And you can do it so easy and so cheap. You could develop an app for somebody in a matter of minutes, charge them $200 or $300.
Yeah.
And they're more than willing to pay for it. And it's a hell of a lot less expensive than what they used to get from hiring somebody overseas. So there you go. There's my little side hustle of the day.
Well, and I know people are using AI for their seeking profiles also. Plugging things in and asking what better way that they can do their profiles. So it comes in handy in a lot of ways. Yeah,
I teased it on a couple of episodes ago when we had Andrew and Jackie in here. I developed a sugar dating website.
You did?
I wanted to see what it could do. I typed in there, build me a sugar dating website, just kind of like what I told you earlier.
Yeah.
And it did. Now, I haven't gone through and tested it yet and put in the features that I want, but I developed it.
Well, we need more of those.
So, and like I said last time, this may go nowhere, but I'm just telling you, with this vibe coding now, you might see a competitor come up to seeking. It's certainly within realm now. The reason I think a lot of people haven't tried to dive into that world is it's so damn expensive to develop all the code and hire somebody to code it.
Yep.
You don't have to do that anymore. It's unbelievable.
Well, you could be a first to come out with something much better.
Yeah. So the barrier of entry for getting into web development is just nothing now. It's nothing. And it scares me too because my website, like I said, it cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's why I really haven't had any competitors. So I'm worried now that people are going to pop up with that same idea and get it out before I do. So I'm in a big rush to get it out. So hopefully we're going to get it launched this month or next month and start really working on it and populating it. But yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, technology is amazing these days.
But if you're not using ChatGPT or AI for dating, I highly suggest it. Are you?
Now and then I will plug something in.
Yeah.
Yeah, responses and things like that. I should ask it if it advises me to block more or less.
You know what? So I had a text come in, and I was a little confused by the meaning or, kind of the intent behind it. So I plugged it into ChatGPT, and it says, here's what they're intending, and here's what they're feeling, and here's why they put it that way, and here's the best way to respond. Now, when I respond, it's my words, it's my feelings. It's not just ChatGPT speaking for me. It's just they put it in a better, more concise way.
Right.
But it's still, it's the same for you. It's still, you pick what you want it to say.
Yep.
And you decide if that's a good approach or not. But it helps so much in business. Oh my gosh. Like I have to do estimates for people, and estimates are a pain in my ass. Like when somebody asks me to remodel a bathroom, or, hey, what would it cost to put these windows in or whatever? I'm like, I'm going to have to, go price everything out, and I'm going to have to figure out how many hours of labor, and then I'm going to have to put it, all this, and then the materials to repair everything, and I've got gas and time and blah, 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 right? I just punch that in. I just literally do a video, put it into ChatGPT and go, give me an estimate on this job. And it'll go, okay, in the Arizona area, this is what your average costs are for this size windows, and with labor, your labor cost in that area, blah, 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 blah. And then they'll put would you like me to format this in a PDF so you can present it to the client? I'm like, abso-fucking-lutely.
And are the estimates pretty much what
Yes.
you would actually estimate?
Yes, I'm looking at them going, wait a minute, we're pretty dead on here. This is scary, how great this is. I'm telling you what, I have been waiting all my life for this. I am like a kid in a candy shop right now.
It will make your life a lot easier.
Yeah, and it's helped in dating too. Mm-hmm. Like I've been in situations where I've written text and punched them into ChatGPT, and it says, do not send that. Like in capital. Here is a better way to phrase this. And I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. And then I've done it, and I've gotten an unbelievable response. It even tells you, here are 3 possible responses or likely responses she's going to have. Would you like me to go ahead and give you a follow-up text to these responses that she's probably going to have? It's getting smarter and smarter. And it starts talking to you like you're a person, like you're in front of them.
That is scary.
They've programmed it so well,
Yeah.
and it's only going to get better. Yeah.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy.
Are high-interest credit cards or personal loans weighing you down? Unlock gives homeowners a smarter option. With a home equity agreement, you can tap into your home's equity for cash today, and there are no monthly payments. Here's how it works. Unlock provides funds upfront and in exchange shares in a portion of your home's future value. That means you keep control with the flexibility to use your equity your way. Pay off bills, invest in home improvements, or set aside savings for peace of mind. For thousands of homeowners, Unlock has been the key to moving forward without the pressure of another payment. Put your equity to work for you. Visit unlock.com to learn more about a home equity agreement. That's unlock.com to learn more.
Terms and conditions apply. Not all homeowners will qualify. Not available in all states. Actor Portrayal. Home equity agreements are offered by Unlock Home Equity Solutions, Inc. In certain states, NMLS number 2657081. Visit www.consumeraccess.org for more info.
Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
Dating, whether you're sugar dating, vanilla dating, use the resources that are available to you to become a better, more knowledgeable dater. It's only going to help. It could not hurt you. And some of these texts I get from women and some of these scenarios that I get people emailing me about and sending me messages about, I just shake my head and go, what are you doing?
Yeah, because of the way they communicate.
Yeah, and just like, what are you thinking? No, don't go that direction with this problem or this scenario. Yeah. And they have the same resources I do now. It's not some special resource. Now, I do have a lot of experience, so I hope you can draw on that. But AI knows that experience also.
Yeah, and it keeps probably learning from whatever you tell it.
Oh, absolutely.
It learns about you and it learns your style.
You know, and the really funny thing is I'll punch in there and it knows me as Marcus.
Okay.
So it's like, would you like me to respond in Marcus style? And I'm like, yeah, Marcus style. Oh my God, it cracks me up. Yeah, or I use it for the podcast episodes and the headlines. I just, I'll write a headline and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty snazzy, that's pretty catchy. And I'll punch into ChatGPT and it'll literally give me 15 to 20 headline options. And sometimes I'll read one and I'm like, ooh, wait a minute. That's even better. Mm-hmm. So then I'll grab it and use it as my headline. And I'm like, okay, now that I've got this headline, can you write me a episode summary?
Okay.
And it writes one without even hearing the episode. It somehow knows kind of what we talk about. Now, I'll add a few things or take away a few things if it doesn't get it perfect, but more often than not, it like nails it. It's scary.
Yep.
Scary. But I love it. Absolutely love it. And you guys should too. I couldn't be a bigger fan. And just use it throughout your life. You'll become a better employee. You'll become a better employer. You'll become better at everything.
More efficient.
More everything.
Yeah.
We use it for real estate contracts and roommate, just legal documents. Like if you need a bill of sale and you're like, yeah, I don't want to go try to find one. Like let's say you're selling something and you want to write a bill of sale. And there was a lot of internet sites. You could type in bill of sale, but they want to sell you something. They want to sell you a bill of sale, or then you've got to write one up. Just go into ChatGPT. Hey, I'm in Arizona. Can you get me a bill of sale? Sure. Would you like it in a PDF format? Yeah, absolutely. Here you go. It's unbelievable. Anything you can think of. And it's just getting better.
Wow. Well, a lot of people will probably be out of jobs, but
yeah,
we will be better communicators because of it.
So hopefully this episode, you got some good life advice out of it, and you will become a better version of yourself by using the tools that are available to you. And ChatGPT is so cheap. Matter of fact, it's free to a certain point. Mm-hmm. And then if you want to sign up for the subscription, and I don't even know what that entails, but basically I use it endlessly for $20 a month.
Oh, is that the version you have? $20?
Yeah, that's it.
That's not bad at all.
For $20 a month.
Yeah.
You can become a better human being. It's worth it. I ask it all kinds of questions now. It's so smart. I ask it golf questions. And the answers it gives, and I've studied golf theory, golf swing theory, and I've done so much research and film time and YouTube time and video time and drawing lines and trying to put all the pieces together. And then I typed something into ChatGPT just yesterday, and it gave me basically a research paper on exactly that subject. And I was like, holy shit, you're right. I asked it about a certain book. So there's this one book that's kind of my go-to book on golf swing, golf theory. It's Ben Hogan's 5 Lessons, The Fundamentals of Golf. And it's a very thin book. It's not very big. It's really thin. And you could power through the whole thing in one day, easy. But there was something about weight, where your weight should be in your stance. And I noticed that in my own golf swing, I was getting my weight a little too forward on my toes. And I was like, what does Hogan have to say about this? And I didn't have my book with me, right? Mm-hmm. I typed into ChatGPT. I go, what does Hogan say in the Fundamentals of Golf about your weight, where the weight should be in your feet at address? Well, and on page so-and-so, he says that your weight should be more towards the heels, blah, blah, blah. And it goes through this whole dissertation. And I'm like, I have missed that part. How did I miss that part? So then here I am hitting balls on the range, shifted my weight back. All of a sudden, like magic, my swing started working better. And you know what? I get to go take the boys' money because now I'm a better version. I'm a better golfer.
Yeah.
By using this resource that everybody has.
Better than a golf trainer.
I'll tell you what. And you know, it's funny because I want to do coaching. I want to do golf teaching maybe just as a hobby because I enjoy it. But I'm thinking, I wonder what ways Chat GPT or AI could even take over on this. Learning a foreign language. Have you seen those?
Oh.
If you want to learn a foreign language, when I was studying Spanish, I signed up for this program and they actually got like a real person on the other line to do coaching, and I could speak back and forth with them, but it was expensive. I can't remember. It was probably $150 for an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's going to make you better, right?
Yep.
They have AI that does it now. It looks like real people. They'll carry on a conversation with you. They'll correct you the way you're pronunciating it. They'll explain why you're not phrasing it right, or explain why. Here's a better way to phrase it. And you're not afraid to make mistakes because it's not even a real person. Sometimes I would be embarrassed, going, oh, I knew that. I'm sorry. You know, I just feel embarrassed because I'm making dumb mistakes. Now you don't have to be embarrassed.
And it's so much cheaper because you're right. It is really
it's
expensive.
hardly anything. Mm-hmm. It's just an AI avatar. It's
incredible.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So, boy, we've really gone on the rant on AI, but I just want everybody out there to be a better version of themselves because I'm becoming a better version. Hopefully you are by learning continually. And you're never too old to learn, right?
Right. That's
never
right.
too old.
That's right.
My buddy who just turned 70, who sponsored the whole golf trip, I mean, we're constantly talking about new ideas and new things that we're discovering. It's fun. It's what makes life worth living.
Yep, for sure. And it makes you a better dater because you can hold a better conversation.
Absolutely. And me being a sapiosexual, I am highly turned on by an intelligent conversation.
Yep.
Oh my God. I've met people where the conversation was just so superficial, so shallow. Just recently, I can't do it. Drives me insane.
Yeah, makes you want to leave the date very early.
Yeah. But guys, gals, sugar dating is out there. It's alive and well. Hopefully you've garnered something from every little episode. People ask us like, oh, we just had a guy, he just joined Patreon. He's like, look, I found your podcast last week. I've only been sugar dating 3 weeks. What would you recommend? What episodes would you recommend for me to listen to? And I'm like, damn, there's really not just one.
I know. You got to binge them. You just got to start
just
at the beginning
so many,
and go all the way through. Yep.
And there's going to continue to be just great nuggets of information in every episode. And literally, you can start from one, even though those are 4 to 5 years old now, they're still relevant.
Yes.
Dating is dating. Sugar dating is sugar dating. It hasn't changed. There's little aspects of it, like nuances that maybe, we figured out, but it's still, to me, it's still the same as when I got started in 2016. Now, seeking has changed a little bit, but chatting with somebody online about trying to meet up, getting them off the site to a number that hopefully you're using a texting app or Google Voice or something, where you guys can communicate to figure out where and when to meet. Then you go meet them, and then you can decide whether you want to do it again. That's universal. How is that ever going to change? If you're going to do in-person dating, right? It's the same. It's never not going to be like that. But the whole nuances of it is like, how do you go about a meet and greet? How do you discuss PPMs and allowances or what you're wanting going forward? And how do you navigate that whole world? That gets tricky. And we talk about that in almost every single episode.
That's right. It's hard to pinpoint which one is better than another.
Yeah. Anyway, I yapped it up, Nikki. I didn't really even let you have much time. I think we got a lot from you last week, though.
Oh, yes. There's been a couple weeks where that's all I did was talk. So
yeah. No, it went really well. I'm glad I'm glad you got to experience that, and it'll get more comfortable as you go on. Because I'm going to throw you in the fire a few more times. Trust me, I'm a busy guy, and it's nice because Lily, she did one. She did like a little extra sugar, but she called it sweet nothings, and I was surprised. But she did like this little kind of a little small little 10 or 15 minute blurb that we threw out there. But you're the first person that's ever done a full show solo. Well, without me.
I appreciated the great feedback on the first one, and the second one hasn't come out just yet. As of today, it hasn't.
Yeah,
so
it'll probably be out in the next day or two.
Okay.
I'm editing it right now.
Okay.
I had a couple things in there I needed to run by you before I threw it to the masses. But I really, really appreciate you doing that.
That was fun. And the guys here, the staff was great, getting me ready, at the last minute and everything. So it's a great studio. And I know we're moving probably in a month.
Maybe.
Is it?
Yeah, just down the street.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to run. I've got places to go, and so do you.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, again, look for Sugarpalooza 8 announcements soon, and it will be on our Patreon before anywhere else. And our members and our free members, our paid members, you will all find out about that before anybody. So we would encourage you to join, even if it's a free member. It costs you nothing. Just join. We'd love to have you there. And of course, we always, always appreciate the ones who support us by signing up for one of the tiers, because this whole venture is not free. There are a lot of expenses to it, and we appreciate you helping us offset those. And it goes for a good cause. More sugar babies for me. Not really. No, it does not go towards Alejandra's allowance. I promise you that. Anyway, Nikki, again, thanks. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Until next time.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to connect or even be on the show, we'd love to hear from you at secretsofasugardaddy.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.